Hi! So today on today's live, what 3 things can you look for that Prince Harry can show us what it looks like when a man is falling in love? My name is Andrea and I'm a love, dating and relationship coach for women who are looking for love. I show single women how to attract and keep their Mr. Right. So you'd have to have been deaf, dumb and blind not to have seen the royal wedding or heard about the royal romance over the last 18 months or so. So what can we learn from Prince Harry about what it looks like when a guy is falling in love? What can we learn from that? So ladies, if you're single right now and looking for a relationship, where do you think it's gone wrong? Have you been reading the signals and the signs of when a man is demonstrating his love for you? Because I know how much it hurts when you think that you're dating someone, dating a guy, or you feel as if you're falling in love or you're in a relationship with the guy, and then it's a bit of a shocker when he turns around and he says, I'm not ready, I never said I was into you, I never said I wanted anything with you, or it was just casual with me, and you're devastated and confused. Well, I don't want that to keep on happening to you. I want your love life to completely change and turn around. And the way that's going to happen is to be able to read signals and signs really clearly. So, when we look at Prince Harry, what were the 3 things that I'm going to talk about right now? The first one is that the guy is going to openly declare his love. He's not going to keep you hidden anywhere. He's not going to shy away. He's going to let you know for a start, and he's certainly going to let his friends know, and he's going to let the people around him know. There's nothing that he's going to feel ashamed of or hide away. So when you look at Prince Harry, when it became official, obviously it was private for the first few months, but when it became official, he openly declared that this was his girlfriend. He wasn't keeping her away somewhere. So I want you now to look at the men that are around in your life currently. Perhaps you're dating someone, perhaps you feel as if you're in a relationship. So has he made that open declaration? Has he made it crystal clear to you that you're someone special? That you're not a plaything, that you're not something casual, but that you mean something more to him? He will do that. He's not going to feel embarrassed or ashamed of a woman that he's falling in love with. Look, when he feels in his gut, now he's going to have a gut reaction and an emotional response, a very strong, powerful reaction when he feels, hi Charles, now you tell me if anything this is true. I'd love you to comment about what it feels like for a man when he falls in love. So when he's feeling it on a gut level, when he's feeling all his pleasure zones, getting all excited by this one woman, when he can't stop thinking about her, do you think he's going to hide you away anymore? He will naturally feel compelled to take an action on his feelings. It'd be the most natural thing in the world. So if you're with a guy right now in whatever way, if you like him, but he's keeping you away somewhere, he's hiding you away somewhere, he's not telling his, if he's not introducing you to his friends, if he's not introducing you to his family, if, you're only seeing him at night time, or maybe you do go out, but most of the time spent indoors. True, thanks Charles. Hi Dillis, hi, how are you? Then that's a huge red flag. If you're in that type of situation, I want you to run away from this guy, because he cannot and is not into you if he's hiding you away from somewhere. So like, hi girl, hi, how are you? And so if you believe in that you're in a relationship, you might be changing, for example, your Facebook status, but rather that is he changing his Facebook status, for example, like with one of my clients, when she got together with her Mr. Right, who they're now engaged to be married, they're getting married in a few months' time, he changed his Facebook status. Now, she didn't have to tell him to do that. He decided to do it on his own. He stopped seeing other women. He made it very clear to her that she was the one, and made it very clear to his family she was the one, made it very clear to his friends that she was the one. There was absolutely no doubt, no question in anyone's mind that she wasn't the one for him. So whoever you're with, if he's hiding you away somewhere, or if you don't see the light of day, or you rarely hear from him, these are massive red flags. Look, he's going to want to stay in contact with you. So when you're with that woman that ticks all the boxes, you want the world to know. Exactly, you'll want the world to know. So if he's hiding you away somewhere, or you rarely hear from him, you only hear from him when it's kind of, you know, up for the good times. Red flags, big warning that he's not seeing you as something more long term. And tell me if this is true, Charles. I mean, have you ever done this? Have you ever seen a woman that you may have felt attraction to, but somewhere in your mind you might have gone, the for now girl, she'll do for now, I'd like to have a bit of fun with her for now. And maybe there's other women you might have put in wife material. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, Charles. But seriously, girls, ladies, please, 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 please listen. I know some of you are having like fantasy relationships. You have this and you're feeling a connection towards a guy. You're feeling it and you're assuming that he's feeling it too. And so in your mind, you've built up this fantasy and this romance with him. And then you're thinking that you're dating. You know, I've had women who've come to me and said, yeah, I'm dating a guy. And I said, okay, how do you know that you're dating? Well, we've been hanging out. Okay. Anything else? No, not really. That doesn't mean that you're dating. Maybe you've actually gone out for dinner and drinks or something, and in your mind you feel good and you've taken it to mean something. It doesn't mean anything if he's not making this open declaration first to you and to those who are close around him. I would say it doesn't mean that much. But I don't want you to take this in just isolation, because we talked about the 3 keys, right? So you saw what Prince Harry did. And so the second one that I want you to pay close attention to is that he's going to want to protect you. It's going to be his natural, primal, masculine instinct to want to protect those that he loves. Fact. So let's say with Prince Harry, when it became official, their engagement became official, and there was a lot of abuse and there was a lot of backlash with Meghan Markle, who's no longer called Meghan Markle, of course, now she's married. But with her, the royal palace gave out a public statement how upset Harry felt at what he felt the negative press that Meghan Markle was getting. And he was upset because he wanted to keep her safe. You know, if you go back and read it, you'll see those words in the declaration, in the statement. So when a man's really feeling that much about you, if he feels in his gut that you are the one, and if he's a gentleman, he will want to naturally protect you. So girls, let's give you some specific examples that you can look for. Let's say you think you're dating a guy. Now, I've got a specific idea of what I mean by dating, but let's say you believe that you're dating someone. Does he, you know, say it comes to the end of the date, does he ask you to let him know when you've got home? Or does he message you to ask you, have you got home safe? Just little things like that is saying that he's actually thinking of you and that he wants to keep you safe and protected. If you're with a guy who's not bothered, how interested do you think he is in you? If he's not asking you about your world, your friends, what's going on with you, which other men are around you, because he's going to want to keep you away from them as well, isn't he? He's going to want to protect you away from them. So if he's not bothered, like, you know, if you're not really hearing from him, only sporadically every now and again, and you don't feel protected, and if you don't feel safe, then that's a huge red flag. Huge red flag. So it's very important that you feel safe with the man that you're with, especially the man that you feel as if you're falling in love with. But this is about looking at what a man will do when he's falling or feels as if he's in love, and for him that he's met the one. I actually asked the lady to let me know that they are home safe. If they don't, I call exactly Charles, exactly. So, you know, Charles is agreeing so far with the things that I've said. And so women, I really want you to pay attention to that. You don't have to force a guy to do any of these things. You don't have to have discussions about these things. He will naturally feel compelled to do it. So if you're, as a woman, getting upset and angry because you're not seeing this guy in your life, whoever he is, whatever status it is, not doing these things, that would suggest he's probably not that into you, really, honestly. And I know you don't want to hear that, but, you know, I'm not here to lie to you. I'm here to just tell you the truth as I know it, and just to tell you what works. Okay, so that was number 2. And the third thing, I think it's normal and natural. Thank you, Charles. It's normal and natural. And the third thing is that attraction isn't logical. It's not logical. So part of the furore and the uproar in the press and the media with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle was that it didn't seem to make sense how they could be together. It didn't seem, on the surface, it didn't seem to make sense. Now, Prince Harry has had previous relationships, of course, with other women who one would think they would be more appropriate, you know, from a similar background, perhaps of a similar level of status and similar upbringing. So on that level, you'd think, okay, that would make the perfect fit. But like I said, attraction is not logical. So for whatever reason, he felt for him that Meghan was the one. Well, for whatever reason, I can guarantee that he would have had an emotional response, a very strong response in his body. All those pleasure zones are going to be firing off and shooting off in all directions. He's going to feel a very strong, overwhelming sense of emotion towards her. So, you know, he's in a position, you know, he's a prince, for goodness sake, he's a prince. So, you know, he's in a very high position. He, I am sure, can choose from many, 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 many girls. And yet he chose someone who wasn't remotely anything to do with his background and what he's used to. He's not familiar to that. So attraction isn't logical, right? So women, I know some of you, you're saying to yourself, well, I'm got my own business, I'm very successful in my career, I own my own home, drive a lovely car, financially I'm doing okay, I'm looking great for my age. So you're saying in your mind, so logically, he should like me. He should feel attraction towards me. No. I can guarantee, right? A man is not thinking that way. But the man who maybe wants some of your money or maybe wants you to take him for a ride somewhere might be thinking that way. But if he's not feeling any emotional attraction, and I'm talking about sexual attraction as well, if he doesn't feel it, I'm sorry, ladies, game over. Well, you're not even in the game. You can't go to a guy and try to logically tell him why he's supposed to commit to you or be with you and why he should be attracted to you. It doesn't matter the things that you are doing for guys, and I know that some of the things that you are telling me that you are doing for guys, thinking that that's going to make him fall in love with you. Listen, if he doesn't feel that attraction for you, and we're talking about a sexual attraction and an emotional attraction towards you, it's not going to make any difference what you do. You could be fantastic in the bedroom doing somersaults all over the place, right? And he can enjoy that. But if he doesn't feel that emotional connection and he's not seeing you for the long term, I'm sorry, ladies, he's not your guy. I mean, I can't stress this enough, because so many of you are kind of spending months and years chasing after men who are already married, who are already in relationships, who have said things to you like they're not ready, or they're building up their business, they're building up their career, or they're busy. How many times have you heard the line, I'm busy? Do you think Prince Harry said to Meghan Markle that he was busy, that he'll get back to her at some point down the line? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? What do you think? I don't think so. You know, their romance from first date up until the marriage was around about 18 months or so. So, you know, he knew that she was the one, because those other relationships fizzled and faded out pretty quick. So It's an emotional attraction is not logical. It's emotional. You can't persuade a guy to be with you. So if you're one of these women who are doing that, who are trying to persuade a guy to be with you, sorry, it's the wrong way to go about things. He has to feel an emotional attraction. So even though I said there were 3 things, I'm going to sneak another one in there. And really what this is all about is commitment. You know, if he's thinking and feeling that in his gut that you are the one, he's going to stop seeing other women. You don't have to tell him to stop seeing other women. He'll naturally want to do that. He'll want to spend his time with you. Even if he's busy, you will become a priority in his life, okay? You won't be on the bottom place. It's not when he's got everything done, then he'll think about you. You will be a priority in his life. He'll want to spend time with you. He's going to want to spend staying connected with you. And it might not be these huge, long conversations, but the odd text to say, hi, how's it going? He's going to let you know where he is, what he's doing. Just those few touches on a regular, consistent basis. If that isn't happening, it's questionable whether something more is going to develop with this guy who who you're chasing, who's probably unavailable in this way. Listen, ladies, you don't have to chase him. If he's genuinely, in his heart, thinks and believes and feels that you're the one, he is going to be chasing you. He's going to be chasing you. So I really want you to listen, because I know so many of you are getting so hurt. And when he feels ready to make that commitment, he will, and he will do it naturally, because for him, you will be the one. You don't need to beg him for it. You don't need to ask for it. He will do it based on how he feels. So tell me what you think. Guys, what's true about this? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Girls, tell me your thoughts too. Hi Hayley, how's it going? So what I talked about today was the 3, although I snuck a 4th one in there, so if you're watching this on replay, then please share it. But if you're watching on replay, there were 4 tips that I gave there that you need to look for. One of them is that he's going to want to protect you, that attraction is not logical, and that they all lead towards commitment. And the first one was about he's going to openly declare his feelings for you. He'll tell his friends, he'll tell his family, he'll introduce you to his friends and his family. It's just not going to be an issue, okay? So if you're not seeing these things and you're dating someone, or you believe you are, or you believe you're in a relationship, you need to take a step back and look at this. You know, the guy will move the relationship forward. I guarantee that. You don't have to push or make it happen. So thanks for watching. Please share this video. Leave all your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And so for now, wish you well and have a great day. Bye.